Angus, do you want me to get a Brazilian on the way home?
Wow, really? Is it my birthday? When it comes to food, I often think it's funny that we talk about going out for an Indian or a Chinese, but we don't talk about going out for an American, a French, a German, or a Brazilian. Well, unless it's your birthday. But today I'm not going to be talking about going out for anything. I am talking about staying at home for a homemade Indian curry and how easy it is to actually make a delicious and simple vegan naan bread with only 4 ingredients in less than 15 minutes. And so avoiding buying these things that are packaged in single-use, non-recyclable plastic. So for those of us who like Indian food, most of us can knock up a curry at home, whether that's something out of a jar or something a bit more adventurous, you know, blending together exotic spices. We still shy away from naan breads, or maybe you don't. And the reason probably for that is because in our heads it takes too long and it's just cheaper to buy something like this, which is in single-use plastic, unrecyclable single-use plastic, and that is just wrong. So today I'm going to show you how to cook a vegan naan bread, and it's going to take me about 15 minutes and it's 4 ingredients. Total cost of cooking these things is about 15p or 15 cents per naan bread. So a lot cheaper than buying these and better for the environment and vegan. So this is how it's going to work. First, I'm going to show you the ingredients, and there's only 4 ingredients, really simple. Then I'm going to show you how to mix it, then I'm going to show you how to cook it, and at the end of the video, what I'm going to do is to read out some of my fan mail, which is always fun, so do stick around for that. But in the meantime, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do go ahead and do so, and if you hit the little bell button, you will get notified every time I do a video, which is every Thursday, by the way, and that way you won't miss a thing. But let's get on with it. It's amazing, really. You need 4 ingredients, just 4. Plain white flour, yogurt or vegan yogurt, which this is, some salt, and baking powder. And there you have it. Okay, so we're going to start with our 60 grams of plain white flour. Just 60 grams. It doesn't have to be exact. We're going to end up adding more flour later. I know I've cooked this before, but it's a good place to start. So we've got 60 grams of flour. We put that in the bowl, and then we're going to add 60 grams of yogurt. And this is a vegan yogurt, so you can use normal yogurt. You want a plain yogurt, but basically 60 grams of yogurt, a vegan or normal yogurt. If you're not vegan, it's entirely up to you. But this works great with vegan yogurt, so why wouldn't you? And then you're going to use half a teaspoonful of baking powder. And this will make 2 naans. So there's no waste. You know, rather than cooking, 250 grams or whatever, this will make you 2 good naans. So obviously, you can adjust that. And there you can see I've just put a pinch of salt in. Give it a stir. I'm using a wooden spoon. I'm a bit fussy about my hands. Don't really like gooey hands So, and then I'm adding a little bit more flour, as I said, a little bit more. Mix it all in. And then, it's still a bit gooey. That's all right. There we go. Bit more flour. Mix it in. And you don't need to leave it to rise like you normally do with the yeast-based dough. So it's really simple. So, obviously I need it. I really need it because I'm actually hungry. So needing it right now, and off we go. And then liberal sprinkling of flour on the board, and stick that on there. Now, I don't have a rolling pin. So what you can use instead of a rolling pin is a bottle of wine. So what I've got here is a bottle of Murphy Vineyards Big River Chardonnay from Australia. It's an unoaked Chardonnay, really rather nice. But you can use whatever bottle you want, really. It's entirely up to you. But this one worked well for me, and a great wine, as I say. So there we go. Roll it out, and you kind of get it beginning to get a sort of the right shape now, and you can make it thin, you can make it thick. But as I say, this is going to make two different two naan breads. You could actually cook it as one big one in a big pan. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to split this in half and make two naan breads, two small naan breads, just because the size of my pan. But you can obviously, if you've got a bigger pan, you can do more than one. And you'll see here that it looks like I'm putting this into a cold pan, but I actually heated this up while you weren't looking. It's a clever trick, that you can do with the camera. So you need the pan really, really hot. Do not put any oil in it. You don't need any oil. Oh, there was another trick. See, I moved it from one hot plate to the other. You didn't even see me do it. It's like magic. Amazing. But anyway, you don't need oil. You don't need butter. You need it in a dry pan. Obviously, you need a good pan that's either non-stick or a good old-fashioned copper pan, something like that. So and there you can see, you give it a turn, and you can see it's just browning on there, and that's it. And look at that, and we are done. That took about 4 or 5 minutes, I suppose, probably the longest part of the job. So let's just do another one, just so we can see it wasn't a piece of luck. And same thing, leave it on there. Give it a bit, keep moving it about when you can, just so as it doesn't stick like that, and turn it over, and you can see, look, it's beginning to rise as well. So it's beginning to look like a proper piece of naan bread now, just like they're supposed to look. And there we have it. And look at those, good enough to eat, and they really are. So, as my videos become more popular, so does my post bag become larger. I'm getting more and more comments and messages from people, which I encourage. I do encourage it. I mean, do send me your thoughts, but try and make them constructive. I would take criticism too. I'm here to make a difference. I'm here to try and help make a difference. If I'm coming on too strong, tell me. If I'm not strong enough, tell me. But when you send me abuse, or just something batshit crazy, I'm going to read it out because it's just funny. Anyway, so this week's offering comes from Garrison from Dallas in Texas, and Garrison is responding to a video I put out, I think 3 or 4 weeks ago, on bottled water, and the premise of it was that if we spent the $306 billion that we annually give to big corporations to sell us water, if we gave that to WaterAid, we could actually solve the world's water problem, so everybody in the world would have clean drinking water. Anyway, this is what Garrison has to say. Those countries you were talking about use triple the amount of products made of plastic than the rest of the world. I think he's talking about the third world countries here. Stop lying. Water isn't free anyways, stupid arse. That is why they don't have tap water. If bottled water wasn't cleaner than tap, why would they only drink that? Maybe ask the Queen and blame her arse instead of talking about Trump clown. Which was nice.